Welcome back to Beards on Gaming. How are you today, Mark?
Oh, you know.
Shadowbringers came out.
Yeah, we're not going to be talking about that.
No.
No. We're playing Duck Game.
Actually, we did, yeah.
Yeah.
We played Duck Game and Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Yeah. Fun stuff. No particular reason, just looking for a party game. And I remember, I remember watching Duck Game. You remembered Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Ultimate Chicken Horse?
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
But seriously,
guess which one was more infuriating?
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Yes, definitely. But no, actually, we were able to get into early access for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. And,
oh my god, it's so good!
Yay!
I'm shocked at how much I'm enjoying it so far.
Though I am wondering how much we can talk about this, just because we've talked about it at length for so long.
Yes. Here's my plan. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about our experience with Dancer and Gunbreaker, because that's not a spoiler. That's just our experience with the two classes.
Sure.
Then we'll move on to early game impressions, so that will be spoilers.
Sure.
So I figured we'd do that so people who don't want to be strolling a story can still listen to the start of it, if anyone does listen to this.
Sounds good. So you're probably better for talking about Dancer, and I'm probably better for talking about Gunbreaker.
I've been leveling Dancer, you've been leveling Gunbreaker.
Not that I haven't touched Dancer, but still.
Dancer is super fun.
It is.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I can basically handle any situation. My single target's a range, and my mob attack is close up.
Yeah.
So I'm able to just go in there and just adjust to any fucking situation. Not to mention I have certain dances which buff or protect my party.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I don't think the shield and heal dances are good enough to have such a long cooldown.
I think they are good enough for you to be a ranged DPS, though. Not a support or healer.
You said that, and I'm going to have to disagree. I think they should definitely have less cooldown time, because I can only use those like once a boss.
Now, for as versatile and kind of...
they're very strong. I didn't think they'd be that strong.
That's what I was trying to get into, is that they are weirdly... For as versatile as they are, and there's more of an emphasis on buffing your teammates rather than just being a pure DPS, they are weirdly strong for straight-up DPS. And
also, since I'm going into a lot of parties with other dancers, we often end up making ourselves dance partners, which we buff each other.
And that just kind of doubles up on everything.
I'm guessing either Dancer is going to be nerfed or everything else is going to be buffed to reach up to Dancer.
Which one do you think?
Well, last time everyone else was buffed. They didn't nerf Red Mage last time.
So,
of course, Red Mage has kind of died out since then, but...
Well, part of that was because, unlike a lot of classes in this, Red Mage really didn't get anything new.
Oh, yeah. But, what was I thinking of?
Dancer.
Yeah, so, I've noticed, I've told you this before, that in parties, they're fucking forces of nature. But outside, when they're by themselves, they aren't shit.
Yeah.
So, Dancer is nothing without an audience. But, yeah, I hate playing Dancer out in the open world, but in parties, it's just super fun to help everyone else.
Yeah, that's pretty much the impression I got. I haven't played it quite as much as you have, and I'm still more or less resolved to the abilities you get at the start. But from what I was able to play, I had a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, you're not missing much besides Fan 3, basically. All the rest are just like cooldown to hit, and then you forget about them.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's basically it. You have just the your normal attacks, whether you're ranged or close up, and then if you proc, you just hit that, and if you proc a feather, you just hit your fan. If you proc your fan, you just hit your fan.
So it's like you've said, it's just one big class of Simon Says.
Yeah, especially with the dances too. The dances, you're just hitting the buttons they tell you to hit, and you got 15 seconds, so you can just keep fucking up and still get it.
I just realized that I'm sorry. I'm more or less, when I was saying something, I'm just prompting you to speak because it's stuff I already know. But I just can't help but realize that you're actually using just the Vieira spread.
Oh yeah, so video. When I record things on the mic, I put up a picture on the screen so the screen can, because it's a screen recorder / audio recorder. So I put something up on the screen so I know which file it is just by looking at it. And I
decided to, like, you were given several opportunities to just do the spread of the title or
but I've done that.
Darkness.
I've done that like 4 times. So I'm like, I need something different so I can pick this one. And then I just see the scantily clad Vera. I'm like, how about this one?
The bunny girls. Which...
Who I don't like.
Tell us why you are racist against the Viera.
They're very, very, I don't want to say reserved. They're just...
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh, we just got a little notification. We may need to cut this out.
No, that won't actually show up in the thing. But, okay. So...
Well, you were distracted, so I had to explain something.
So yeah, the bunny girls, they have no fucking personality whatsoever. All their emotes are just, eh.
Fair enough.
The Viera, not the Viera, the Hrothgar are very, very, like, animated. I love the Hrothgar. I'm going to make an alternate as a Hrothgar, but so far bunnies just aren't really impressive to me.
Fair enough.
They're all just basically Fran.
I think that's kind of what people want, though. I think that's kind of what people want, though.
As far as... Alright, so the Ara or Durin, or whatever they're called now.
Oh, yeah, you have to describe exactly what the hell is going on.
Yeah, the Ara race.
What is going on?
What do you mean?
Why are they have other races? What are we doing here?
We'll get to that. That's spoilers.
You're just randomly... Okay.
The Ara, I think that's the limit to how reserved your race should be with their emotes.
Okay. I thought for some reason you were going into the different races.
Yeah, you know how the Ara are kind of like reserved?
I don't.
Okay, their emotes are all very reserved, but I think that's the limit of what an emote should be. Mm-hmm. The Viera just don't have any personality whatsoever.
Okay, I have no idea. I haven't been watching a lot of theirs.
But yeah, that. So let's move on to Gunbreaker.
Sure. What the hell? Gunbreaker's very active and very fun to play. It seems to be taking up the mantle from what Warrior originally was, which is to say, man, this tank is pumping out quite a lot of DPS, especially now that all tanks have been changed to have their tank stance not reduce their damage, which I also love. But man, this tank is going down very quickly. Gunbreaker does not have the best mitigation right now.
Okay.
They are probably... I would need to see how all of these perform next to each other, but I am 90% sure that Paladin and Dark Knight are probably going to beat these out in mitigation. Warrior probably is as well. The Gunbreaker is probably going to be the tank that is doing the most consistent damage of the tanks.
Yeah, especially since Dark Knight has its own fucking shield that it wants to break.
But they're not going to be very hard to put down.
How's the shields? Because you can put shields on yourself with your combos, right?
But it's a little bit one shield.
Okay.
It is one shield that it is a cure potency of 150, and then also puts a shield on you for that amount. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's kind of like a double heal.
Kinda. And it is worth noting that that you have an ability called Heart of Stone, that is I forget what it is. It's either 15 or 20% mitigation on either yourself or a party member. And the main purpose of the Brutal Shell barrier as part of your combo is if you have that barrier up and you use it on a party member, they also get that shield. But neither one of those abilities are as strong as, say, something like Blackest Night, which is very situational and really helps out.
Yeah, you want to get hit when you have your shield up, which is weird because not many classes are like that.
It seems like it's a bunch of things for me to line up and get exactly right for something that is not that strong and very, very situational.
Yeah.
And then there's a camouflage one that is essentially that. God, I forget what it's called, but it was the move that increased your parry rating. That was a roll action before they changed.
Okay.
You should have had it, because you should have got them all.
What was it?
I forget what it was called. That's my thing.
It's not Rampart. We still have that.
We still have that. Well, mine is called Camouflage, and it's just parry and...
Okay.
Parry and, I think, dodge.
Is parry useful at all?
It's a bit of mitigation, but it's not great.
It just kind of seemed like crap to me, because I used to have that back when I was Lancer.
And here's the real kicker for their mitigation. They have their oh shit button.
Okay.
A little thing called Superb.
Yeah, but it immediately drops them to 1 health, right?
So, Living Dead used to be the worst. because it was really situational and had to do a lot of micromanaging.
Yeah.
Hallowed Ground was always the best because it was just invincible.
I would disagree, but continue.
Why?
I would say that Warriors is still the best.
Why?
Because A, it can be used like a normal cooldown that comes up so fast. And B, you don't lose health.
You do lose health.
Do you lose health with Warriors?
Home Gang locks an enemy in place and prevents you from being reduced from 1. You can take as much damage as anything, but you cannot be reduced below 1 health. You can't die.
But you don't lose health when you hit it, do you?
Well, that's my thing. Superbolide is the exact same thing for the exact same cooldown, except it doesn't lock an enemy in place, and it straight up reduces you to 1. Unlike Warrior, which just prevents you from being reduced from 1.
Also, the one thing I always thought about Home Game is the fact that bosses won't be pinned in place.
Correct. It is just, for its actual bosses, it's...
Yeah, it just seemed like Warriors always being able to use theirs, basically, versus Paladins only using theirs once a fight. It seemed to kind of make Warrior...
Well, again, these are oh shit buttons. You're not going to want to use them more than once of duty.
I've been at parties where I've wanted to.
You shouldn't need to use these at all. But now, Gunbreaker easily has the worst.
Omega fights were a situation where that just became like a normal fucking cooldown for me.
Now, granted, what I don't have is a move to... At least not right now. I think it's going to be Heart of Stone. Is generally what I'm supposed to use it on. I don't have an ability to pop when against tank busters. Like, you have Blackest Night is 1-to-1.
Yeah.
I think Warrior has 1 or 2 things. I think Warrior has real intuition.
Because I've only ever done Dark Knight tank.
Yeah.
Do any of the other Warrior tanks have a button like Darkest Night to put up?
Would be Sheltron for Paladins.
What does that do?
Makes you automatically block the next attack.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah. And actually now that's getting buffed. I think it's somewhere in the 70s. It's now, instead of the next attack within 6 seconds, it's all attacks for 6 seconds.
I wonder if that can survive party wipes.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But Gunbreaker doesn't seem to have that, aside from, if I know this tank buster is going to kill me anyway, may as well pop Superbolide. But that's the only instance of that I can think of. So mitigation, very weak, and it's probably going to be the weakest tank for that. However, its DPS is pretty dang high. It's a very active and fun class to play.
You've become the machinist of the tanks.
I pretty much have.
Super flashy, but ultimately useless.
Not ultimately useless. I'm still durable enough to get through the dungeon. And again, I'm doing the same thing Warriors used to do, which is I don't resist damage as well, but I'm killing them quickly.
Warriors just a jack of all fucking trades now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really strong. I really like them as a tank. I'm really into Gunbreaker right now, just because it's the newer thing.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to be for a while, but I would still go back to Warrior as my main tank.
Dark Knight's weird. It's become... It used to be keeping magic in reserve in order to keep aggro, and just using blood whenever it pops up. Mm-hmm. Now it's come... Well, you still use blood whenever you pop up, but now it's become keeping magic in reserve to keep your attack strength up. You don't worry about aggro so much anymore, because Unleash is just free.
So the Dark Side buff is related to now 2 attacks. Edge and Flood of... Is it Edge of Darkness or Edge of Shadow is the first one?
I don't know.
It's one of the 2. They start off as either...
You get a single target slash or a straight in... not straight in front of you, actually. It's where you're targeting.
Right.
Shot
so
from your sword.
It's through your enemy. Which is
poke them.
Which is how Dark Passenger worked.
Is it? I thought Dark Passenger didn't have to target.
Yes, it does.
It did. Okay.
Yes. So
wow. Dark Passenger's just become like...
I was able to tell you about a Dark Knight move.
I took Dark Passenger off my hotbar.
I used it a bit. It was because I'm more used to being able to line up enemies like that.
Yeah.
Especially since I was playing Warrior, so I was used to using Overpower, which now has a combo ability with Mithril Tempest that you get at level 40, which makes things about 1,000 times easier.
I tried. So Unleash goes into what?
Unleash goes into Stalwart Soul.
Yes, so I've been trying that out a little.
Every class now actually has every of the tanks now has comboed AoE abilities.
Yeah.
So it used to be that Paladin just had Flash, but now they... I actually don't know what they're... I don't know
it's a neat little thing to add.
I don't know if Flash has been replaced or not, but I know they have... God. I cannot remember. It's like Eclipse or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that sword swing around them. That can now combo into a big sword swing around them.
So,
which I forget the name, but it's there.
The AoE combo, it's neat because it gives you extra MP.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it's just like flashing 2 times in a row, just to make sure you have the aggro.
But it has that combo.
Yeah, but you need MP as Dark Knight when you're going through a duty. You just did your first, but in trust system. But yeah, as Dark Knight, what did you think? How was your MP?
Actually, I found it pretty easy to keep it all up. Mm-hmm. I was when I started playing the new Dark Knight first, I was actually going through the MSQ as normal because I'm weirdly enraptured to play the class that the trailers seem to be pushing.
It's fun.
It is nice to feel like I'm actually thematically appropriate.
But so they just look so cool now.
But I was also like using Edge of Shadow or Edge of Darkness, whichever the first one is called. Basically every other attack because I'm like, oh, this is free.
Yeah,
no, it's not. I have way fewer ways to gain MP now, and Siphon Strike doesn't gain as much because it can't because it's part of your normal combo. You have no excuse not to.
That's the
use
thing.
it.
Both Blood Weapon and Siphon Strike have been nerfed when it comes to HP regeneration.
Because what's Blood Weapon about generating now? Blood.
No, it's still MP.
I know, but it's more about the blood.
Does it give you blood too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why am I correcting you on Dark Knight things?
It just came out the other day.
You've been playing this more than me.
Yeah, but Blood Weapon's always been used for an
You have
MP
no
thing.
excuse.
I do have excuse.
No. You suck.
I can tell you all about Dancer.
Please. No, but, ooh, speaking of, we'll move into other range classes after that.
I haven't tested them.
I have.
Okay.
But so yeah, I actually really like most of the changes to tanks. Frankly, I really enjoy, which is ironic because no one's going to get into a dungeon as a tank anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, fellow tanks out there, if you've been enjoying your instant queue, it's gone.
All healer bonus.
All healers.
Which, by the way, if you're thinking about getting to a healer, go White Mage. White Mage is now the healer to be. I tried doing Hit White Mage as a level 60 dungeon, I think. It was super fun.
Okay,
the Lily system giving you free.
I haven't gone with White Mage in the new one yet, but I have done Scholar, and I really like Scholar.
All right, so do you know the semi oh shit buttons that healers have, where it just gives you a quick critical heal? Mm-hmm. White Mage has 2 of them.
Oh.
I don't know if they get more later on, but currently, right now, I have 2 of them. So I have the one that I've always had,
Tetragramation.
Yeah, that one. I've had that one where it heals more depending on how much damage they have.
No, I thought it was just a flat heal. If it heals them more now for how much they're missing, then that's an update on
Maybe I'm getting
Shadowbringers.
Astrologian mixed up.
Astrologian has Essential Dignity. That's what that does.
Okay. But you know the oh shit, like a really big heal, just all the like super quickly?
Benediction.
No, that's a full heal. That's your major oh shit button.
Okay. Oh, so you're talking about exclusively the minor oh shits.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get a second minor oh shit, which you can use lilies as ammo.
Yeah, Lily system's been entirely revamped.
Use lilies as ammo now instead of just a cooldown buff, and it is great. I love it. So like when people get hit, I don't have to use a fuck ton of energy on Medica too. I could just pop like a lily or 2 and just do the same job.
Yeah. Is it weird to me that we're talking a bit more enthusiastically about the changes to existing jobs than the 2 new ones? Because the 2 new ones are fun to play, but they're not. We don't really have a meta on them yet.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, Dancer's the meta for it's super easy to pick up. It's all... You're always
Press the button that's highlighted.
Yeah, that's basically it. The only thing that's strategically involved in it is popping your cooldowns at the right times to help your party.
Shield Samba.
Yeah. So basically, anytime your group has to like stack up, just pop your Shield Samba. Or if you don't have your Shield Samba, wait till the stack up's over and then do your healing dance. Which... I wish it was better, but it's something. It alleviates the healer a bit. Which, you're there to help the party. That's what you're there for.
But anyway, lilies.
Yeah, that's all I had to say about lilies.
Oh, because you haven't gotten to the part where you can do the blood lily.
Unfortunately, I didn't know that they were popping the potions up to 70, and about a month or 2 ago, I actually bought the White Mage 60 potion. because I'm not power leveling a white mage a fourth time.
I think I did the same thing a while ago. Not for this, but a while ago.
So now I have a level 66 or something white mage, and I'm just like, I fucking hate the world.
Just need those few extra levels.
Because I might as healer main a white mage. I know I'm as DPS as cat. I don't know.
So what we ended up doing was we resolved to simplify our classes down to there are 5 roles. Pick one for each role.
4 for me now, because of the role quest. I moved it down to 4. You're still at 5. You're trying to get to 5.
I'm at 5.
You're at 5?
I have 5.
What are your 5?
Well, for proper tanks is a little bit weird.
Okay.
Healer is scholar.
Okay.
Melee DPS is samurai.
Okay.
Range DPS machinist.
Really?
And caster DPS black mage.
I thought you would go bard.
Nope. Actually, I'm not.
And what was the last one?
Bard has not been changed too much, and I'm kind of just bored with that, weirdly.
I've always been bored with bard.
I'm not, usually. I actually usually tend to enjoy it, but I'm kind of disappointed that they're not really getting anything.
What was your caster?
Black mage.
Black mage. See,
they're getting some
I was
things.
so positive. Summoner, all the way. Summoner, one of my 2 mains. I'm going to stick Summoner.
Then you open up the hotbar.
Every expansion, I'm like, I love these changes to Summoner. I can get used to these changes. And then I open it up this time, and I'm trying to do it, and I'm just like, I fucking hate it. I'm getting it. I'm slowly starting to get it, but at the same time, it's
a bit of a slog. It's way more micromanagement now.
Yeah, it would surprisingly, like, before, I actually had to switch to a hotbar to press things, but, you could just leave it on sick and just trust Garuda to do her fucking job.
She never did, but
not like before. Like in this, all you had to do was just have them attack. I wonder if I could set them on sick at this point. Probably not.
No, probably not. They kind of want you to use pet abilities on the hotbar.
You just use them when they're up, though. That's the whole thing. Oh well.
Not the case for the fairies. It's a little bit more timing.
Oh, the fairies, definitely. You never put them on sick.
Yeah.
You always had them on obey. But, like, with the Stormblood expansion, you didn't have to have your summoner pets on obey. You could just leave them on sick and they just attack. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that's same for fucking the Heavensward expansion. You needed to have that Garuda motherfucker on
obey
the entire time.
For contagion the entire time.
Yep.
Anyway,
that was a fun time. Then you had to put her back on obey after it was done because she went on sick.
So Summoner's a bit of a mess right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you haven't opened up Summoner since Shadowbringers dropped, get ready to see some shit, kiddies.
I don't know. It sucks too because it's the only caster I'm like even slightly interested in. Because Red Mage is fun, but it kind of bores me. And Black Mage again just bores me. So I either be bored or I just get used to Summoner.
I guess you're going to be bored then. But yeah. Oh, so speaking of range DPS, Bard really doesn't have much to it. They have a new thing, I guess, where one of their songs can extend based on how long, how many like procs of it you get. They have a new soul gauge that is entirely spent on one ability. That's neat, kind of. Mm-hmm. Not really too much change. A bunch of people have been creaming their pants over how Straight Arrow has been replaced by Reflusion Shot entirely, which is really neat, but what is different now is Machinist has gotten reworked like it does in every single fucking expansion.
This time, like, it's just basically a whole new class.
Pretty much. It is the third new class.
There's no more ammo, you just shoot the gun,
and
like
it goes on
any
the
other fucking class.
It goes on the combos.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but it's something I'm probably going to pop up my old character to give it a shot to see if it's even worth having because I have it at 70 on that character.
Nice. But yeah, it is. I haven't really gotten into... I haven't even played it in a duty. Mm-hmm. The only thing I've done is just hit dummies with it, but it was very, very fun.
Does it feel good?
Feels good.
Do you have... One thing I was curious about, do you still have Bishop?
No.
You don't have... It's just straight up Rook.
And I'm not even putting down Rook anywhere. I am targeting an enemy and using Rook as an ability, and he is just automatically on that enemy.
Oh, okay. It has its own AI like the Queen.
Yes. Well, because it is the Queen.
Yeah.
The Queen is going to be the same thing.
Okay, so you have to wait till you have to get battery power to summon your stand, basically.
So you generate heat as you do normally.
Yeah.
and with normal abilities, and then you spend heat to hypercharge yourself, which then allows you to use either auto crossbow.
So you have a charge bar that charges your charge bar.
No.
Heat actions don't charge the battery gauge?
Nope.
Okay, what charges the battery gauge?
Normal attacks and hot shot. Hot shot is the biggest thing you can do to charge the battery gauge. Hot shot no longer buffs you.
What?
Yep.
Is it a cooldown then?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why. And so when you're in heat, you unlock Heat Blast and Auto Crossbow. And from what I can tell, it's just spam that, whether it's AoE or single target.
All right, so back up a sec. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I'm dumping a lot on you.
I know. Heat gauge, how is that charged?
Normal attacks.
My normal combo charges heat gauge.
Normal combo still charges heat gauge.
Okay.
And then you spend 50. It's up to 100, but the hypercharge only requires 50. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of just bring it up whenever you need it. And then the battery gauge is charged by normal attacks and hot shot, and then it is spent on bringing out Rook before level 80 and Queen when you are level 80.
Yeah.
And they stay out longer depending on how much battery you generated for them. I think you need at least half to bring them out.
Okay.
And then you can, while they will attack as normal, and then you have an overcharge with them that they can use once per time they're out.
You know how to solve setting and forgetting? Just
don't
get rid of it.
Forget it, you see. I haven't gotten a number of abilities. I know Hotshot upgrades into Air Anchor, but I assume it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to look way cooler. Mm-hmm. That's that big chain.
I saw that, yeah, the thing.
There's going to be a Bio Blaster, which I don't know what that actually does.
Okay.
I'm wondering when I need to use Flamethrower. It generates a shit ton of heat, and I'm assuming it's...
Start of a fight. Start of a fight.
Seriously, just use it on cooldown?
That's what I would do, because it gives everyone dots, correct? It damages and gives dots, if I remember correct. Okay.
I am shrugging.
I think, because I haven't done it myself, I think it gives everyone burning dots. So, if you do it at the start of the fight, then everyone's being killed by dots.
I honestly, after we're finished here, talking about this and being like, oh, but I don't know this, but I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
I may end up just going home, getting a bunch of 70 gear for Machinist, and start running shit.
You could buy Machinist now. Oh, wait, no.
I have it at 70, you asshole.
That's right, you do.
If I'm going to... No, you know what? No. Every single class I have is at least level 65. I'm not going to buy anything.
You probably shouldn't.
No. Well...
This is my fourth character, so
it works for you, because you're... Okay, I'm indecisive about classes. You're indecisive about what hot girl you want to play as.
That's true, too.
There we go.
Well, the first three were cats, but anyway.
Anywho, one is easy to change. My class is easy to change.
Oh, yeah.
Your race is not. Fantasia. No, not even Fantasia, just new person.
Yeah, new person. I've only ever used Fantasia to test out the head slots on Bunny Girl, which, by the way, I did that. And surprisingly, a lot of them still work.
I think that's I think they've actually said that's the main reason why there's, one of the reasons why there's no male Vieira, and also why they're not going to be doing any more races ever.
Yeah.
For Final Fantasy XIV is because it takes a fuck ton of man hours and work to make sure every single armor piece.
Also, that too, but you also have to go back to every cutscene.
Every single one.
And what a game that's been out for how many years now?
Two. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
You have to animate each and every one of that. Well, you have to adjust to make sure that they fit properly, and that's a lot of cutscenes to do, man. So...
Well, then again, we're only two people. It's daunting to us. That's maybe less daunting to a team of Square Enix veteran game designers. But still, it's time-consuming.
Machinist Goggles works, and honestly, I think that's the most important thing.
Good.
Dragoon's helmet doesn't work, unfortunately, but I don't expect that one to... Paladin's works. Did Monk's work? I know.
You're talking about the Hrothgar.
I'm talking about both Bunnies and Hrothgar.
Oh. You gotta stop doing that.
Sorry.
Hrothgar.
No, wait. Hrothgar?
Hrothgar.
Anyway. So,
H-R. There's nothing in between.
Yeah. Summoner Dong works. So, at least one Summoner Dong works. I don't know about the others. The original AR Summoner Dong works. So... You can have that fucking Summoner Dong and your buddies and lions.
Yeah, dongs for dongs. So anything more about either the Vieira or the Hrothgar or the new classes or changes?
I don't think so. I think Dancer's pretty simple to pick up once you get your hotbar set up, and it's all the things you get after your startup. It's just cooldowns.
I was pretty impressed. I say impressed. I was more appreciative of the fact it seems both Dancer and Gunbreaker had exactly the number of abilities to fill 2 hotbars plus 1 or 2 extras.
Dancer almost fills up the second hotbar, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say 2 extras as in I have, plus roll. I'm including roll actions.
Me too.
I have a space for a mount, and I have space on Gunbreaker.
But also, range only has 4 roll actions.
I have
5.
6. I have 6.
4 or 5. I have Paladin, and I have the 3 grazes. Do I have anything else? No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I have Interrupt, I have the 4 grazes, and I have Paladin. Those are my 5. Wait, Interrupt, Paladin. 3 grazes. It's 3 grazes. 5. Sorry.
It's funny to watch the gears in your head grind together.
There's 5. There's 3 grazes, a Paladin, and Interrupt. Those are my roll actions. If I'm missing any, I don't care anymore.
Cool. But yeah, so that's more or less what I had to say about the classes. And that's going to be the main meat, I think, of our podcast, but because the rest of it is real spoilers.
Hey, listen, man. Fluidor still exists, so you could still be useless at this game.
You had it on square.
I did.
You had it on R2 square.
I did.
Fucking hate you.
When you're starting off, it's useful because you're a fucking healer.
You're level 60.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Anyway.
It's just I get so used to it being there, so
just move on.
You just never move it. It's off my hotbar now. It's not even on a hotbar anymore. I don't have it.
It just binds them.
So we can move on to story now. So, spoilers.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we haven't exactly gotten hugely far.
Yeah,
we both done the first duty.
Yes, we got to the first duty, which is level 71.
Which also weirdly marks a big plot point.
So I was super excited, wow, all this shit before the level 71 duty, so this expansion would be super long. And then literally the next quest is level 72. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
But I mean, by then you have a duty, so you could just run it 2 or 3 times.
Over and over again. With the trust system.
Yeah, but the opening cutscene, once you're done with all the cutscenes, the opening where you're doing nothing else but just watching them, it's an hour long. Most of them are voiced.
Granted, though, this is a lore-heavy expansion.
Oh, super. They're telling you all the things they really should have told you in the first game.
There was a lot of cosmology about this world that was introduced and then kind of forgotten in A Realm Reborn, and then was never brought up for Heaven's Word and Stormblood because more shit was happening.
Yeah.
And now it's coming full force.
That being said, though, all the lore and religions and everything that everyone had in this world is wrong.
Sorry.
So it's kind of hard to keep track of the lore when it just keeps finding out, oh yeah, all religions are false in this world. Okay.
Oh god, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, just the perfect way you phrased that. Oh yeah, by the by, their religion is wrong.
Spoiler ass in.
Yeah, the
sled was Rosebud.
Oh. Fucking Solus diving in a scene and just spoiling shit. I'm imagining
Heidelin's a primal.
I'm imagining him in that inn. You know the one I'm talking about, that desert inn. And we just go there for the first time and he's just on a bunk bed. And he points at Blanchik like, don't get attached. It's like, fuck you, man.
Oh,
I did say spoilers.
But I'm really enjoying it. There has been a nightmare-inducing scene already.
Yeah, the aforementioned.
Oh my god.
It's really bad.
It's fucked.
It's good, but it's really bad.
Yeah, but it's fucked.
It's really fucked.
I also found out why they had to have the trailer for Shadowbringers, the launch trailer, black and white. Because some dude slit his wrist open.
Yay!
And I remember watching that, and I'm like, I didn't think that was blood when I watched it in black and white. I thought that was corruption spreading across him.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
But no, he just slit his wrist open.
I kind of interpreted that as that, because it was in black and white. But,
yeah.
But still, I can see how that is, like...
Well, they're talking about sin eaters. You see people getting turned into sin eaters, and then you see a guy with, blackness on his wrist, and I'm like, oh, he's turned into a sin eater. Shit.
I just went with blood. I figured, yeah, that's blood.
Okay, I guess my mind just didn't jump straight into mutilation.
Yeah. But no, yeah, this is, I hate to say that this is a darker one, because I don't want to, because that makes it seem like a lot of this has been very lighthearted. That is say Final Fantasy. But Stormblood was a bit more, I don't know, righteous.
Star Wars.
Righteous and colorful.
It was Star Wars. It was fantasy Star Wars.
It was a lot of Star
medieval
Wars.
Star Wars.
It was a lot of Star Wars.
You had a group of rebels.
Fighting
Group of rebels, excuse me.
Fighting the evil empire.
Yes.
And there's a chosen one. There's a big old swordsman.
And then...
there's a few of them.
And then Alizé... Lise just takes credit for everything.
Mm-hmm. I liberated this. You liberated this?
I liberated
this. Fuck you, Lise.
Yulmor's pretty neat.
Yulmor's very neat.
It should burn to the ground, but it's very neat.
I walked into that place like, man, I can't wait for this. See this place on fire.
They actually added an ERP stripper pole room.
Moving on.
Oh, man, dude, I'm telling you, just wait till all the fucking ERP players get there.
I don't want to do this.
Right now, it's instant areas, so you're not going to see it as much, but you're going to see it eventually.
I don't want to talk about this.
One thing, okay, so the new areas are beautiful. The 2 new cities are beautiful.
2.
Yeah, Crystarium and Eelmore. Those are 2 full city-states.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Crystarium is obviously much bigger. That is my problem with it, though. It's way too big.
Yeah, there is a bit of an issue of trying to get around this world with so limited mobility. Especially because, guess what we're doing, kiddos? Remember those Aether Currents?
Yeah.
They're back.
No, I'm not even talking about the outside world. I'm talking about just Crystarium in general. That fucking place is huge. I'd much rather have a smaller place with a bunch of NPCs walking around than this huge vast of nothing.
It is very impressive until I'm trying to get to my quest on the other side. Yeah. That's pretty much how it ends.
I switched to my lower level dancer just to get to places.
Yeah.
And
that's
just
it.
Peloton it up.
Just Peloton and sprint over and over and over again.
Yeah, before you get to Shadowbringers, even if you've never want to
touched bard, touch machinist, touch dancer,
level one of those up to get Peloton, and then just have it on your hotbar.
Yeah.
Because oh my god, I hate it so much.
It's very annoying to get around. You're correct, but yeah.
And even Yulmore, which is more compact, those stairs are obnoxious.
Yeah, they are. You kind of insisted on following me around and just pelotoning me as we were going through the MSQ. Yeah,
I know. You kind of got annoyed by it, but at the same time, man, you probably appreciate it.
I have this bouncing sprite following me, and they just make me move faster. Yeah.
Wait.
So without giving too much away, the story is much more dire than it has been in the past, and a lot bleaker.
Yep.
Ironically, for a world of light.
I do
like it. I really like it.
And I do like the fact that people will see different things based off of how far they are in the story.
Yes.
That was really neat to me. I assumed that was going to be the case, but it's really nice to have it confirmed.
To the point where, and also it comes earlier than you would expect.
To one area.
Right. And to the point where, like, as we were setting up and you were logging in, it's like, hey, by the by, just looking at my world might be a spoiler to you.
Yeah.
It ended up not being. I kind of guessed what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of got it. But yeah, so I like I said, I don't want to give too much away in spoilers, because even if we say we have spoilers ahead, I still don't want to say much, because I still want people to experience this normal.
Trust.
No.
You want to talk about trust? Well, I want to talk about the functionality of it.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I thought, well,
not the dungeon itself, just the functionality and how they handled things. There's a few. Okay, so first off, it functions well. It works.
So I was kind of poisoned on this pretty early on.
Okay.
For a single reason.
Why?
Hey, Dave. If a tank is fighting a mob, and that mob turns around, they're still being pulled, but they have a cast AoE in a line in front of them.
Yes.
What do you, as either a healer or DPS, do?
Move.
You move?
Yes.
Where do you move?
Out of the way.
Out of the way. What a novel idea. Why don't you go in and tell my party...
So I've done this dungeon
to move out of the way.
Level 71 twice, and Mark has done it once. There's this one particular situation where there's 2 line AoEs that aim at your party members.
Actually, after I did that, one aimed at me, which was way easier to deal with.
Which, you could have stunned them.
I didn't think I had to.
I know.
I am a tank that just expects a little bit more of my party. Moving out of AoE.
That being said, that is the only situation where that happened.
Sure, actually. Yeah. I think I had one other death besides that.
Yeah.
And it was something that was easily remedied. And you know what? It could have been plot related. It could have been one of those things where it just happens because that's the AI and because it needs to happen and they know it's not going to.
No.
I'm almost sure.
I'll tell you now.
Sure?
The only place that my party members ever died, I only had one party member die, and it was that one area that you were talking about.
I got unique dialogue for it.
Oh, that will happen.
Okay.
I do know you get unique dialogue when Alfinod or whoever has to resurrect a person.
And for whatever reason you're unsure of exactly what we're talking about, the trust system is new to Shadowbringers, in which you can bring NPCs as a full 4-person party to supplement yourself.
From what I've seen, there'll be 4 of them, and you just take the place of one of them based off of what you are.
Yes, because it seems it's going to be a built-in these NPCs.
The one person that me and Mark didn't pick just runs up at the end of it like, hey guys, I was here too.
Okay. What'd I miss?
It's pretty neat, though. I got to take a picture of all of them together with me, the big boss killed in the background.
And they're all depressed and like looking down all solemnly.
Going, like, with my sword.
Yeah! Everywhere you look, everywhere. Oh, but yeah, so I actually kind of like how they, outside of that, I got poison on that because I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There's something weird in addition to that AoE that I've noticed. They will move out of them, but once their AI has said move out of AoE, they won't do anything else.
Yeah.
Besides just stand. Lyanna, the guard captain, the dancer.
Yeah.
You're a ranged class.
She's the one person that died on me.
If you're standing back here and they're over there,
yeah.
Throw. I realize I can't attack. I'm the Dirk Knight.
They are competent in finishing that dungeon, but ultimately
they will not beat a full party of just people.
The more preferable way to do this will always be a full party. Which, that being said, I am happy for that.
Yes, that seems the best way to do this is, okay, you have these NPCs that can do this for you if you just need to get through this dungeon or you want to run it more and you don't have the patience for waiting for people, particularly if you're a DPS. Especially if you're a DPS.
Yeah.
But they are so goddamn slow and so kind of janky in their AI that it is worth it to actually go with people if it's an option.
Like, I've tried pulling more than one group of enemies, and they had trouble with that.
He just can't.
I had to pop a few cooldowns to survive, and it's not preferable. You should probably take every enemy group as they come. You really shouldn't overwork these AI.
And that's why I prefer it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I think it's good. I think it works.
Yes.
And it doesn't outshine actual players, so that's good.
Every duty I can use it on, that's going to be my first run-through with it.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, that's a good point. It teaches you the fight, so you don't have people constantly bitching at you.
I now know the mechanics of each of those bosses. And
I will always run dungeons the first time as Trust if I can, just for story reasons.
Yeah, because it's way better.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fight that is very worth it to have a certain NPC for.
And also, the boss of that first dungeon, he has one attack that is pretty fucking neat. I'm not going to say what it does.
It's really weird.
Oh, it's really weird, but it's really neat.
All right. So Trust really works very well. General summary is Shadowbringers promised a lot, and so far it's not disappointing.
So far it's very good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
The more, also, this game isn't even out yet.
Technically not. Excuse me. We're recording this on Sunday morning. Technically the game comes out on Tuesday, but it came out for early access for us Friday morning.
Yes.
So we've been doing it since then.
I'm waiting for 5.1 because that's when they're going to add the bells and whistles to everything.
New Game Plus.
Yes, New Game Plus. Also, the restoration of Ishgard.
Oh, neat.
So you're going to see people in Heavensward areas again.
Yay!
So that's a big crafter and gathering thing, but you can also just buy a lottery ticket to help the restoration.
Cool.
And trade it in for an item.
Yay.
So once that, I think that's a whole fucking. I don't think that changes for you. I think it changes for everyone. I think they did this with Modona before. I'm not sure. It's not going to function like the fucking Doma functions, where it changes on your screen based on how far you are, which I beat that, by the way.
And?
It's sweet. That's it.
Don't do it.
No, I mean, like, it's going to give you extra gil for selling things to them, and that's always neat. And the more you do it, the more you can sell to them. And it gives you a store, but ultimately it doesn't sell anything that you really need.
It sells you back the stuff you sold to them.
It's a nice way to end the whole Doma thing, because you see them now living their lives. And the Enclave is very pretty.
Yeah.
That's basically it. You don't have to walk through the slums like I see on your screen every time I look over and you're in there.
Is there a problem? Anyway. But yeah, very much enjoying Shadowbringers. Can't wait to maybe talk more about it, maybe not.
If some
shit comes up and it's worth noting. There may be, like, updates like this is probably going to be in between other stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll mention how we feel about things the further we are in the story or the updates that come, but ultimately I think for us, so far it's good.
Yeah.
If you play this, or if you've stopped playing this, and you're wondering if you should come back, you should.
Yep. However, if for a reason you're not playing Final Fantasy XIV and you're thinking of playing it, now that a lot of people are,
Heavensward's free.
Go for it. Heavensward's currently free. Do not buy
Shadowbringers. Buy the other ones first.
Correct. Do not. This is not WoW. Do not buy a level boost if you've not leveled beforehand.
I can't tell you how many people I have begged not to buy story skips and level skips.
It is so worth it.
And then for hours, they complain to me about, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like,
you should have known this if you played it.
If you, it's like, I'm like, they told you what to do. And like, well, I skipped the cutscene. I'm like,
don't do that. Because WoW has ingrained this certain mentality in people that play MMOs where nothing matters but the end game.
Yeah.
As soon as you're max and you can start running raids and higher level dungeons and getting the best stuff, that's when it matters. This is not the case for Final Fantasy XIV.
You should play this like a single-player game where people can help you. And yes, once you get to end game, it becomes very MMO-like, but until then, it is a single-player experience, and it's a single-player action-adventure story experience, and it should be experienced like that.
I wouldn't call it action-adventure, but still.
Oh, whatever. You know what I mean.
Okay.
But yeah, so...
But yes, definitely, if you're thinking about playing it, it'll take longer, but actually go through all the stuff.
This is not a typical MMO. You should when you start playing this, you should play this like it's a story game.
Yes,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but hey, well, all more than welcome. Come to Ultros.
Just ultimately, don't bitch at me when you skip everything and you're wondering what to do. I won't help you.
Yeah, I'm not very trusting.
I'm done with that.
Yeah, we've done our penance.
Well, thank you for joining us. And
we'll see you in 2 weeks, guys.
All right, peace.
Bye.